So last night was a pretty hectic night for WWE. It seems like they were working a little bit. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the things that happened last night. I want to say it was kind of during SmackDown, before SmackDown, and even after that all of this took place. Guys, my name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like this video. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, because when you subscribe, we go to a different stratosphere. That's just the way it goes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's talk about everything that took place last night. All right, guys. So without further ado, again, my name is Billy TKO. I have a Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Discord, all linked down below. If you guys would like to become a member of the Discord, feel free. It is free of charge. We're building a community over there. Guys, last night the WWE released numerous top talent. It looked like, I'm not going to say it was a huge problem with some of the talent that were released, because in some circumstances you understand, others you feel a little bit different about it. Let's just start off with the Authors of Pain. Recently, the Authors of Pain, they came in alongside Karrion Kross, and they were doing some work with him. You know, the problem with the Authors of Pain is it feels like they never were able to get their legs, even in their original run. It felt like after NXT and that run that they had there, it feel like it lost its legs. And it felt like they were just consistently stagnant. Now, were they definitely capable of creating great moments? Absolutely. Those guys, they look like beasts. But in a world right now where WWE, I don't want to say they're not taking the tag team division serious, because in some aspects they are. It just feels like there's not a lot of focus on the tag team division, especially when you're pairing a top tag team like the Authors of Pain with somebody like Karrion Kross. Those guys could have had their own legs regardless. They didn't need to be in a faction. They could have easily done their own thing. Now, will I say it was the wrong decision of WWE? No, I mean, they weren't being used. That's just the truth behind it. It sucks that these guys lost their job. That is never any good. But again, we have a very healthy wrestling system right now, and there is a lot of places that these guys can go, can get paid, and can succeed. And I can imagine that will take place. I could see them going to somewhere like TNA. You could potentially see them traveling through the Indies. It just depends. But I think they're such a top talent that they could potentially end up in TNA or possibly AEW. All right, so I want to talk about the next one. The next one was not actually a release, but it's Sonya Deville, and they are no longer going to renew Sonya Deville's contract. I don't think she was released. It's just they are not renewing the contract. Now, with that being said, Sonya Deville has been in a faction alongside Zoe Stark and, oh, God, I want to say Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, and they were doing some stuff with that. And it kind of had legs there for a moment. People realized, like, oh, this isn't the best thing for me. I wasn't feeling it, et cetera, et cetera. So my guess is their decision here is just to not re-sign Sonya Deville. Again, we have such a healthy ecosystem in wrestling that these releases suck, right? It sucks because people are losing their job. But regardless of the fact, it's healthy. She can go somewhere else and she can succeed. I could definitely see her doing something in TNA and succeeding prominently and doing very, very well at it. So yeah, the next would be Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander has been with the WWE. Many thought he would kind of leave around the same time that Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin both left. And now this Cedric Alexander being released is probably one of the best releases, because that guy never had a footing. It hasn't been since 205 Live. He had the Hurt Business, and you've seen what Vince did with that. It just never worked. But Cedric Alexander, now I can actually see him signing with AEW, knowing that Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley are with that company. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I almost prefer it be that way. I prefer Cedric Alexander go over to AEW, join the Hurt Syndicate, make that what it was, and just hope. All we can do is hope that Tony Khan will do right by Cedric Alexander, the Hurt Syndicate, whatever. That's the only one I'm going to sit here and say that I think belongs with AEW. But yes, Cedric Alexander is definitely a top talent in WWE, and he put on some great matches, some bangers actually. But overall, again, I think he's going to work really well in AEW. Now, that's the only one that I'm going to sit here and actually advocate for Tony Khan to go out and get, because it only makes sense. That is the only reason why. Other than that, I'm not going to sit here and say that Tony Khan needs to go out and get all these releases. Dude, you got too much food on the plate and you're trying to get more. No. So, next, this one is the one that kind of, I want to say, shocked me the most, right? Blair Davenport was released by WWE. She was just recently called up to the main roster and placed on SmackDown. I hate this release. I hate that Blair Davenport was released, because she is one of those people that right now, you could have easily helped that SmackDown's mid-card division with somebody like Blair Davenport. So her being released to me makes no sense. She is the one person that just actually never got a footing. She did well in NXT, but she was never actually given a chance on the main roster. I think she had that triple threat match, and that was about it. That's like the one thing that I remember currently. I hated this release. I think this is just WWE looking at somebody and being like, oh yeah, we got nothing for her right now. What are you talking about? You can have something for her eventually down the line. Blair Davenport she's a really good wrestler too. Let's not take away from that. So this release makes absolutely no sense to me. I could see her really going to TNA, finding a foot in TNA, doing really well, working up that system to potentially make her way back, because she is going to be a name wherever she goes. I know it from the bottom of my heart. She is one of those people that even I was like, oh man, I can get behind her. I enjoy watching her. She's exciting. And that's exactly what she is. She's exciting. But again, WWE feels differently. Who am I to sit here and say that they're wrong? But yes, no, WWE they went on a little release spree yesterday. Some main roster talent, some talent that haven't been used. Regardless, again, it sucks that these people lose their jobs, and that's never a good sign. I don't know the contract situation, if they have a 90-day clause. I know, like Sonya Deville, for instance, I think because she's just letting her contract run out, she will not have a 90-day compete clause, and she'll be able to go wherever it is that she feels she wants to go. Now, guys, a lot of people were like, oh, yeah, no, Triple H, he's going to keep it really well. WWE is still a business at the end of the day. They are still going to do the things that make them a business, and this, sadly, just so happens to be one of those things. This is WWE continuing to do what businesses do. It sucks. It's no fun. But at the end of the day, it is what happened. Guys, my name is Billy TKO. If you guys are new here, definitely be sure to like this video. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, because when you guys subscribe, again, we go to a different stratosphere, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts about the releases down below. I have a Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Discord, all linked down below for you guys to go check out. Also, I go live Monday through Friday alongside my good friend Ango on the Ango Show from around noon to 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to come join the lives, man. They're a lot of fun. We're going to be doing call-ins and stuff like that. So very exciting time. And other than that, that's all I got for you. I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace.